4 years after the abduction of the 276 Chibok schoolgirls in Borno State, the police paraded 8 men who were alleged to be involved in the kidnapping. Now, the 8 persons were among the 22 suspects arraigned for acts of terrorism by the police in Maiduguri, the state capital. Parading the suspects before journalists, the State Commissioner of Police, Damian Chukwu, explained that the 22 were arrested in both Borno and Yobe states. Joining me to discuss this issue is the security analyst, Femi Aratokun. Good morning.
Good morning.
And thank you for coming on the program today. And news.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so looking at this, the police have caught some suspects. Right. And in the past, we have seen the police parade a number of suspects as well in regards to the kidnap of the Chibok girls.
Right.
Now, are the security apparatus taking advantage of all of these suspects paraded to get information about the release of those girls, the whereabouts of those girls? This is 4 years on.
Well, you can argue it in so many ways, and we can table a whole lot of operations that have gone all through the 4 years. Yes, the operation seems to be very low, very slow, and we're not having a lot of information about it. But having said that, I think we need to commend the effort and the work of the Nigerian police force.
Okay.
For a long time, we've been criticizing them, but for once, in our analysis and the way we analyze the whole lot of operations going on around there, gave it to them, gave them the credit. It is not an easy task because the war they're actually fighting is not what they're expecting. And again, we're fighting an unknown phase. They are just the normal people that walk around the community. So we don't really know who exactly is this Boko Haram leader or who exactly is the Boko Haram member. Yeah. What we do know is we have a community whereby actors are coming out and perpetrating a lot of evil acts, killing and destroying lives and properties. So in the long run, what I'm trying to say is this: let us look at the age range of the people being paraded. They are between the age range of 19 and 29. So that means we have a problem with the youths. And what is the problem? Unemployment. Unengaging with them. We're not actually communicating and, letting them know what exactly we need to do with them. So parading them is a big success. You know why? We are getting information out. And the information is getting to a place whereby we can actually mitigate and contain the whole evil activities going on within the Northwest. Okay,
so parading them is on the one hand.
Yes.
What can we do next?
What we can do next is simple: arraign them before the court of law. Let the court of law now take its due process and let them follow the due process of law.
Do you think that will ensure we get the remaining girls? Because looking at it, 276 were kidnapped, sure. 57 managed to escape.
Sure.
219 were remaining, 21 were freed in October, that was last year. 82 were freed in May last year.
That's correct.
And 1 girl was rescued this year in January. And so we have about 112 missing.
You can have all these statistics and say that, are you trying to tell me that they've not done their best? They are. But have we forgotten the fact that we have a lot of missing women, missing children, men, boys, a whole lot, not only in Borno State, Yobe State is there, Adamawa is there, Taraba is there, and a whole lot of insecurity situation around. So we're not just trying to focus only on what is going on around in Borno State. We're trying to focus exactly on what is the situation security problem in Nigeria as a whole. This is where the problem lies, because a lot of them might be migrating down to the east and to the west. We still don't really know about it. What about our porous borders? What exactly are we doing with it? So we shouldn't just look at it that missing girls alone. It's about the whole general security problem in Nigeria today.
Okay, looking at the security problems you just mentioned, and you mentioned porous borders and all.
Yes.
What can be done? Because I read an article where the UN pegged the number of kidnapped people, both the children, women, and girls in that area of Nigeria, to about 1,000. So what can be done to stem this tide?
There is nothing much we can really do more than having more security in place. And when I mean having more security in place,
the federal government just employed over 300 security.
And we have well over 190 million people in Nigeria. So how do you justify 9,000 or 10,000 security forces? How many of them are going to be in admin departments? How many of them are going to be posted to logistics department? How many of them are going to be within the field operations system? So we have to look into it very well, that what exactly are we really doing? Are we actually acting well? Or the security architecture in Nigeria is gradually failing, or we need to restructure it and put it to the right context? If the government doesn't really know what to do about it, it's so simple. Get more people involved that knows exactly what to do and let them get the job doing. Let them get the job going. The job has got to be done. We have a problem in the country, and the problem is this insecurity will drive investors out of the country.
Because at a point, the army in Sambisa, in Chibok, in Borno State, complained about lack of equipment. And at the point, it was said all over the media that there were some protests here and there, some pockets of protests, because they believe Boko Haram members were killing some of our men in the army.
Of course, yes, we
know. So about the personnel. What about the equipment? What about every other logistics?
You see, when we talk about the security architecture in this country, it's a whole lot of package. And the biggest package of it all is the equipment you just mentioned. Let us take a closer look at, let's use Lagos State for example now. How many police officers do we see walk around the street to protect us are fully protected? We're not yet talking about the insurance, we're not yet talking about the welfare package, but let us talk about their own personal protective equipment. What do they have? What are they wearing? Are they fully tested? This is why we see so many police officers being killed by all these young little Boko Haram boys and girls walking around Borno State and the remaining northeast and just killing police up and down. What sort of training do they actually have? Do we need to hype our training, or we leave it the way it is? Because for me, I believe we're still using the 1950s style of training. We only train the senior officers. What about the junior cadets? What sort of field operation are we really giving to them? We need to change the whole system. And the only way we can change it is go back to the drawing table, bring the communities together, bring the leaders together, bring the chiefs and, you know, the ethnic leaders, because they know these people, they walk around with them, they live with them, they are the best solution to our problem in this country. The moment we work together with them, then we have a solution. But if we try to probably, you know, segregate a lot of people that know we don't want to deal with this, we don't want to deal with this, we have a problem. What we need to do is this: get the youth together and let them work with us. You know why? Election is coming 2019. Are we going to neglect the youths? Let us look at who they're going to be using. They're going to be using the youths. What would they be using the youths for? We don't know it. But I think it's high time for the security operations, the federal government, the state government, and all parties involved, both Muslims and Christians. Let's come together and work something out to help the youths.
All right, thank you very much for talking to us, Femi Aratokun.
Thank you
very
so
much
much
for talking to us on this.
Yeah.